other games you have to win to be taken seriously.
Welcome and thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports as we get ready to go with our Saturday night presentation. Both of these teams tonight with a fair share of veterans on their roster spread.
Yeah, a lot of guys coming into this one, BA, just ready for what the game offers up. They have young guys that are watching and getting experience from observation, but the guys on the court tonight, they're going to understand where it is that this game in a 6-minute stretch can be taken advantage of, and that could be the difference in the win.
All right, now let's check out the starters for the Miami Heat. They've got Tyler Hero. Kyle Anderson is out there with Kevin Love. Then there's Alec Burks, and it's Wiggins in at the 3. The general, no good. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Earlier, I spoke with Nick Nurse. I asked him outright if he had a plan for Tyler Hero. Coach let me in on their strategy, saying, quote, "We just have to cause problems for him on defense. Hand in the face, crowd him, anything to discourage him from taking shots." So he hopes they can keep Tyler quiet by hassling him all night long. Back to you.
Thank you for that, Allie. Jacks up a 3. Hits the trifecta.
Smart pass by Grimes. He wasn't finding his shot, so time to give one away.
And so Hero will bring it up for the Miami Heat. They come into this one following the loss to Atlanta.
I'll tell you what, once things started to go downhill, their performance plummeted. It wound up getting pretty ugly.
Yeah, it felt like just the entire roster was stuck in neutral. There was nobody offensively that could get anything going.
Shot clock at 3. Wiggins from long range. And Grimes pulls it down. Philadelphia has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And we have seen Andrew Wiggins step up as the second-best player on a title team. But it's all about his consistency, Brett.
Well, Andrew Wiggins' role, I believe, changed last year. A little in and out of the lineup for Andrew, and the changes around him have not been ideal. I hope that he embraces whatever it is that the coaching staff wants him to lock in this year, because as a two-way player, Andrew Wiggins is still very capable. Every team in the league would love to have a guy like Tyler Hero, an elite shooter off the catch, scores in bunches, and spaces the floor.
For Miami, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Embiid against Love. Outside, Anderson. Hero outside. Miami, no good that time either. Now Philadelphia with it. The general passes to Embiid. Now George. The 3 is up. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And George, a volume three-point shooter. He possesses outstanding confidence and leans into that perimeter game.
Outside Burks. Hero outside. From the arc. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
Here's the general. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the pump fake. Hero outside. Pass to Anderson. And here's Wiggins. Now Love. Maxey covering. Hero outside. From behind the arc. He hits that one. 2 for 5 now.
You have to be mindful of Hero's range. He can absolutely burn you from outside.
Here's the general. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Time called here. The Heat decide to talk it over. So Miami going with an almost entire new group here. Jovic, he's checked in for Love. Jaquez comes in for Anderson. Robinson, he's checked in for Burks. And it's Rozier in for Hero. Rozier, the pass to Jaquez. Back to Rozier. Takes a three. Again, the Heat misses. The Sixers leading and keeping us updated from the sideline. Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, the general of their last time out against the Wizards put on a show. He added 43 points, and he was locked in from deep. But when hasn't he been? And just a huge game for him. His coaches would love to see him do it again. Guys?
Outstanding, thanks. Impressive ability to carry his team to victory, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I was really impressed. They wouldn't have won the game if it wasn't for his attacking mindset and will to win.
Yeah, going up against a team that had no answer for him. We'll see if it plays out the exact same way here tonight.
And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
And here's Rozier. Taking a look at his production, averaging just over 8 points a game. Tries the 9-footer. Pulled the shot a little left. The bounce goes his way, though.
Wiggins, at his size, has the ability to post like that and take it to the rack.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Yabusele. Yet to see a basket. Pass to the general. And a miss there on the triple. Miami trailing. Outside Robinson. Now here's Rozier. A deep three. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Philadelphia on top, up by 1. And we'll return shortly. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the 76ers.
They've done a great job facilitating shooters. Their early game has seen a lot of hot passes and has kept the defense guessing as well.
I like that they've also emphasized the three-point line. It's a big difference maker.
They've got Andre Drummond. Tyrese Maxey is out there with Paul George. And it's McCain in at the shooting guard position. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. The Sixers lead by 4. Pass to the general. Oh, there's the alley. Jaquez against George. Jaquez, the pass to Jovic. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
George against Robinson. Pass to the general. Fires the 3. Rebound by the Heat. After this game, they can look forward to Washington, where they'll match up against the Wizards. It's the second game of 3 on the road. Philadelphia has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. And Brent, the Heat always looking to compete year in, year out.
Well, for good reason. This team takes a lot of pride in giving themselves a chance every year. And the way the front office conducts their business is they believe they can put together the type of roster that is going to go out there and take care of things to put them in position to be successful.
Embiid, he's checked in for Philadelphia. And Miami with a change here, too. Highsmith's checked in.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for Philadelphia. They defeated Washington in their last game.
And it was really their defense that got them the win. They had a plan scripted out, and it worked to perfection.
Well, good defensive game plan and then carrying it out for 48 minutes. That really helped them out in that last game.
to Larson. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. Philadelphia's gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Here's the general. Turned in an outstanding game against Washington. Three-pointer. And another miss by Philadelphia. The Heat have gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. Inside. Here's Larson. Joel Embiid with the board. For Philadelphia, they've gotten nothing to go out of 5 attempts so far this quarter. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Miami Heat. Monday, they'll be taking on Chris Middleton and the Washington Wizards. And then on Wednesday, they'll be facing Al Horford and the Boston Celtics.
And that game against Milwaukee, they obviously have the upper hand coming into that one. But don't expect a blowout. It could turn into a real battle.
Time called here. Miami decides to talk it over. Butler's checked in for the Sixers. And since the break, here are the NBA's best free throw shooting teams. The 76ers, number 1.
Ever since the break, they've been shooting with great confidence from the line, and their numbers reflect that.
Well, Brent, league-wide, more and more points being scored. You see that tapering off at any point?
BA, with all the rule changes and what we're seeing in terms of the skill set of players growing, I mean, the scoring is just going to keep going. How far can we go? I don't know. I feel like we're topping off a little bit. The only way we're going to score more points in the game is add more time to the clock.
Screen by Embiid. For 3, George. Stop the drought. Oh, putting in the work. Embiid finishes inside.
And that's the hunger that Embiid plays with. Just gobbles up the miss and goes back up for the score.
Outside Burks. Down low. Here's Jovic. Outside for Love. Hero outside. Here's the 3. Knocks down the long J. Hero's got 10 points.
Well, producing from behind the arc, that is huge stuff from Tyler Hero.
Screen by Embiid, the general. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. And the 76ers lead by 2.
They're going to have to pay more attention to him on the perimeter. He's hit 4 three-pointers already today.
Up top, Wiggins. Pass to Burks. Hero on the wing. Here's Jovic. 4-3. Joel Embiid with the board. Embiid's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Maxey. And the layup is good off the glass. And now a 4-point 76ers lead.
Sometimes the D likes to get physical with Maxey, but he has no back down in him.
Wiggins outside. Here's Jovic. Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Sends it home from three-point land. The Generals got 19 points.
Oh, 5 threes this half. The D can't contain this guy.
Hero outside. There's a screen by Love to end the run. That one doesn't drop. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll, please. They're thinking out the shot. Give it up for the participants.
Hello, everybody. We'll break down the action shortly, but first, a glance at how the Eastern Conference standings are stacking up as the season winds down.
Well, right now for the Heat, they've played okay, but unfortunately, that's not getting you into the playoffs. They were hoping to take the next step this year, That led to a lot of frustration for everybody. Their fans are hangry. They wanted to eat.
Turning back now to that game we've been watching. A positive first half for the Philadelphia 76ers.
The offense is clicking right now. They're playing high-quality ball, selfless. I'm surprised they're not up by more.
That being said, Shaq, you can't get complacent. Got to keep stepping on that gas pedal.
Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Philadelphia leading by 7. Setting the floor for the Heat. Kyle Anderson is out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then there's Alec Burks. Then there's Kevin Love. And it's Hero in at the 1.
This small advantage is starting to snowball.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
Philadelphia's gotten 6 of 13 shots to go from outside the arc. Screen by Embiid. Here's the general. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Heat trail by 9. It's Wiggins on the wing. Outside, Anderson. The shake. And he sinks the layup.
Anderson's inside game reminiscent of an old teammate of his, Boris Diaw, patient in the post around the rim.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. And the general gets it to go.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Oh, look at Wiggins. Takes the hit and finishes strong.
I think there were some toughness questions around Andrew Wiggins. Not anymore. This guy has become a pretty gritty player.
Here's the general. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Outside, Anderson. Back to Hero. Love a screen on Maxey. Here's Hero on the money from 12 feet away. Hero's got 12.
Excellent execution coming out of the break. They've taken 3 shots and made 3 shots.
Embiid's shot is good. And the 76ers lead by 11.
Yeah, 80%. Is that a good number from the field? I think so. 4 of 5 here shooting. Terrific start.
Hero outside. Fires for 3. Rebound by the 76ers.
And after burying 3 straight shot opportunities, finally a miss there. Still feeling the momentum, though.
Heat trail by 11. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
The NBA wants to ensure that every team has a shot. Commissioner Adam Silver said, "We want parity of opportunity. People aren't interested in seeing teams buy championships, and we've made progress. In the long term, we're better off with more competitive fairness among all of the teams."
That's true. It keeps everything interesting. Thanks, Allie. And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Jovic, he's checked in for Miami. Robinson comes in for Hero. And here now, the small forwards having a big effect with their shot blocking this season. Andrew Wiggins, third.
These are some of the most athletic, relentless defenders in the league. They'll do whatever it takes to interfere with each and every shot.
Well, if you don't have great shot blocking ability, you can make up with it with physical play and great timing. They can climb the ladder when they need to defend shots like that.
Here's McCain. Timeout is called by Nick Nurse. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Give yourself a round of applause.
Here's the general. And it's in! Oh! Nails the buzzer beater! Are you kidding?
The defense has to be besides themselves there. Terrific shot to close out the quarter by him.
And so it's Philadelphia leading by 17 at the end of the period. How about the way they've attacked the paint? This throwback approach is paying off. More 2K action in just a moment. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. We've got Paul George, and it's the general in at the 4 slot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Jovic passes to Robinson. 5 to shoot. Pass to Highsmith. Shot from 16. It's rebounded by George. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. They'll be hosting Toronto for their next one. It's game 3 of a trifecta at home. Here's the general. Let's go with a 3. And out of bounds. The Heat will take it. And the 76ers making a change here. Embiid's checked in. Heat trail by 17. Robinson with it. Pass to Jovic. And here's Robinson. To the wing, right side. Here's Jovic. Embiid covers. Just 5 to shoot. The Heat need to get one up in a hurry. Jovic passes to Robinson. Drains the triple.
Such a gifted shooter. When Duncan Robinson rises up with that kind of confidence, man, he's a threat.
George, a screen on Jaquez. Here's the general. Second chance shot. And George lays it in.
They have hit the boards hard this half. Those second chance points are mounting up.
Outside Jaquez. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Larson. And again, it's Miami from deep.
So many things that Jaquez does well, and he looks to set up his teammate.
The hook shot. The general, no good. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. The general's got 13 in the second half.
Deep into the game, you rely on players like him to keep delivering.
Timeout called. Heat. Brent, it didn't take long for Jaquez Jr. to establish himself as one of the steals of his draft class.
Yeah, the interesting thing with where he played was how he gained the confidence of the teammates around him. A lot of expectations about playing winning basketball. Well, Jaquez did a lot of that in college. He's got great feel, great size, and seems to be in the right spot most of the time.
checked in for the Sixers. So for Miami, a moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, well the Heat coach had some advice for his team over the last break. Coach wanted his guys to ignore the scoreboard. He said, don't even look at the numbers. Just take it possession by possession, make every chance count, and we'll see where we stand at the end of this game. Back to you guys.
Allie, thank you. Wiggins looking around. Pass to Hero. Anderson with it. And finished off by Anderson.
Intelligent play there by Hero. Upsets the defense and then hands it off for the assist.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the 76ers?
What a performance for Beyond the Arc in this game. They stuck to their guns, and it's paid off all game.
Well, looking at the stat sheet, I could just see here tonight sharing the basketball. The stat that comes up most is assists. So sometimes you have to look for your teammate. That makes things happen. They've done it.
And Anderson, no good on that one.
Tough to match up with Kyle Anderson because of how quirky he plays. Changing speeds, plays slow, but sees the floor remarkably well.
To the paint. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. That's on Joel Embiid.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Kevin Love taking 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
Free throw drops for Love.
Well, for a big guy, Kevin Love is certainly one of the best free throw shooters in the game, and you don't want to send him to the line.
Love drops them both.
This is what you get with Kevin Love. He can slide down to play the center position, and obviously he's a great stretch force, so that's some flexibility.
And the three-pointer goes. The Generals got 16 in the second half.
And let's face it, when you're down this many points, you simply can't let them get that good of a look.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
It's one thing to prevent the layup. It's another to do it without fouling. Just terrific defense.
There's the triple. Rebound Miami. Anderson's got 5 rebounds tonight. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw.
It's his second personal foul. 3rd team foul. Shooting for Miami, Tyler Hero. 1 shot.
And Hero, one of those guys you just rely on coming in and giving you that offensive pop. He does a lot of things for his team on that end of the floor.
And that one is hammered home.
Well, him dominating the offensive end is what accounts for this lead. Just a very difficult guy to stop once he gets going.
And there's a minute 45 left to play in the 4th quarter of this one. The shot won't fall. Here's the General. Pass to Maxey. Here's the General. 3-pointer. And it's good. He hits another one.
And as he continues to pile up the points, he is moving into elite company.
Creeping up on the 4th highest scoring season in league history.
And Will Chamberlain holds so many of these top scoring marks. He's got this next one with 3,033 points set in 1961.
Outside for Love. Just 4 to shoot. And again, no good by Miami.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the 76ers.
Seemed like the sheer volume of 3-pointers today was the deciding factor.
And they'd hit one and then just dial it up again. And it worked.
And we just saw one of the greatest teams of all time win again. They've reached that magical 72-win marker, and they keep going.
but they've got 2 more chances to get some revenge. The matchup doesn't favor them, but against a conference opponent, they're gonna battle hard.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for the General.
He really influenced the game with his rebounding. Just a stellar performance. With all the work he put in, he's gonna sleep well tonight.
There's no question that Kevin Love down on the inside becomes a handful to defend.
Fourth team foul. At the line for the Heat, Kevin Love. 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Love. And Love drops them both. Here's McCain. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference. Once they started to get into a groove, you never really felt like they wouldn't come out on top.
And that'll do it, folks. Alongside Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson with our entire 2K crew thanking you for watching. So long, everyone.
You earned that one.
It's going in.
Hey, man.
MD in the house.
Good, MD? MD, you're my favorite player, man. Always deliver.
The National Basketball Association will Philadelphia 76ers committed to a safe and enjoyable sport experience. We therefore ask you.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thanks to Skylar Cole for that stirring rendition of our national anthem. And we'll be right back. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. All right, a chance to check out stats for R.J. Barrett.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
Here are the 5 for the Raptors. Jakob Poeltl up there with Butler. Then it's Grady Dick. Then there's Emmanuel Quickly. And it's Barrett at the 3 slot. And for the 76ers, Paul George is out there with the general. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then there's Maxey. And it's Grimes in its shooting guard. And on paper, Greg, this might seem like a potential blowout, but anything can happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. The shot by Butler, nobody around. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Tit for tat. Love that Butler came back down and delivered. Whatever you can do, he can do just as well.
Wow, fired that bounce pass in there. Beautiful.
Here's Butler. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. And the layup falls. Butler's got 5.
The well-put-together Butler proving that he's just a little too strong there, not allowing the physical defense to stifle him at all.
Here's Maxey. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Special K, you've seen Tyrese Halliburton a lot. He's as good as anyone in this league offensively. What does he do best?
I think his best basketball attribute is probably his passing, his vision, the way he can set other people up. But the intangible that makes him, he's a Pied Piper. He is a galvanizer. Guys love being around his energy and the way he plays. So not only does he play with great confidence, I think he infuses in his teammates a joy and a confidence that lifts them up too.
The general can't get it to go. Toronto's gone 2 of 2 from 3-point range here in the first quarter. 11 feet away. Poeltl kicks to Quickly. Barrett against George. Jacks up a 3. Barrett, no good. 76ers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Pass to Maxey. 76ers moving the ball around. And got it! Another basket.
That ties him for the 4th most points in a single season.
An extended scoring tear for him, for sure. We're witnessing one of the greatest offensive years we've ever seen.
Yeah, and guess what? It could get better. He's now just 8 points short of MJ's 1987 year and 3rd most in league history.
Now, Maxey, after R.J. Barrett's three-pointer that didn't go. Yet another bucket.
It's hard to understate just how special his season's been. This is something we see once in a generation.
He now has the 4th highest scoring season of all time.
And there are only 2 other names on the top 5 list, Jordan and Chamberlain. To say he's joining NBA royalty, that'd be a bit of an understatement.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the General, in his last time out against the Heat, delivered a performance for the ages. He had 42 points and, as always, was a force on defense, doing whatever he wanted at that end. Totals like that put him in rarefied company. A game for the ages. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this one. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
Hurdle finds Barrett. It's tipped. Here's Grimes. Pass to the General. Outside, George. Here's the screen. High post try. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Butler attacking. Here's Pirtle, and the dunk by Pirtle.
Hey, look at Pirtle. Making it look easy, dropping the hammer down on the defense.
Maxey with it. Pass to the General. With 1 on the clock. And he hits the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Nothing like knocking down that last possession of a quarter to give you a little feel-good momentum.
The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. 76. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
So on the floor for Toronto to start this second quarter. They've got Barrett. Walter out there with Williams. And it's Shed in at the point guard. You know, Clark, the days of trust the process are long gone. The Sixers are now focused on the now.
As well they should be, Kevin. With the superstar big guy in his prime and Joel Embiid, there's no time like the present. And it's not going to last forever, so they need to capitalize.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. The Raptors getting the bucket. Good, he hits again.
All season long, he has been absolutely dominant. The scoring doesn't end with him.
Yeah, he's already left his mark on history, moving into 3rd place for most points in a season. Amazing.
And can you believe he has passed Michael Jordan for 3rd most points in a season? It's rare you ever see his nearness get passed on any list.
And so here is Philadelphia after R.J. Barrett's three-pointer that didn't go. The inside shot is off from the General.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Barrett finds Williams. Great D that time from the General.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that guy.
Here's Shed. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. To the middle. Here's Mobo. Nails the baby hook.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Out to the right wing. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Here's Maxey. Buries the long-range jumper. Maxey's got the lead up to 9 now for the 76ers.
The numbers testify. Tyrese Maxey is one of the best three-point shooters in the NBA.
Philadelphia's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line. With the rise of positionless basketball, Clark, this has to be the most difficult era to be a center.
I would not disagree with that, quite honestly. I mean, they're asked to do a lot. I mean, if they're not elite rim runners as centers and shot blockers, they've got to be able to shoot and shoot from the perimeter, not just in the low post. And they still have to be able to finish around the basket. I think the biggest thing is they have to cover more ground defensively because how the game is played offensively with a lot of movement and pick and roll.
Butler from outside. Butler loves the three-point look.
You know, Butler's focus on the offensive end really giving him an edge right now. When he gets locked in like that, he can be highly productive.
George with the screen on Butler. The general can't get it to go.
3 triples in the first quarter, but he's yet to knock one down here in the second.
Here's Dick. Offline with his 3. The 76ers leading by 9. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Tarlock. Hits the three-point bomb. The General's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Here's Walter. No scoring in this one. Quickly finds Pirtle. Back to Quickly. 5 on the clock. Releases. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
You know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession.
Quentin Grimes is checked in for Philadelphia. The Raptors also with a sub. Barrett's checked in. Here's Tarlock. No good on the triple. And Barrett has got the ball here for the Toronto Raptors, trailing by 10. When this game is done, they'll be off to Chicago as they take on the Bulls. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down.
So it's the Philadelphia 76ers holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break.
Good to see you and welcome. A lopsided game through 2 quarters and a big deficit for the Toronto Raptors.
I get trying to play fast and loose, but if you're too loose with the shot selection, you'll end up wasting possessions.
Yeah, and if you're going to keep taking threes, might as well move to Jacksonville.
And let's move on to the race for Rookie of the Year. A lot of young talent in the league this season.
What a rookie class. Here we are, taking the award down to the wire. I don't know who's going to win it, but it's been fun watching them ball out, Shaq.
Even at this point, I'm not sure there's a unanimous choice. Makes it tough on the voters. And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. And you know the General has been really making it happen, guys.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
They've got Embiid. The General is out there with George. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. And it's Grimes in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Tarlock. No good from outside. Raptors trail by 11. And the defense of this Raptors team, Craig, they are built to switch.
And it's no accident with their roster construction. They like having wings that can guard all 5 positions. Makes defending a much easier prospect.
Here's Tarlock. That one off the back iron and out. The Raptors shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Stolen. Here's Grimes. Dick defending. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. The General. Good. The General's got 25 points.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
And here is Quickly. He has 5. Misses the 3.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Butler from outside. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Here's the General. He's got 25. The 3. Buries it from 3-point range. The General's got the lead up to 12 now for the 76ers. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. George against Barrett. Hurdle with a screen on George. Inside. Shot clock at 5.
As a playmaker, Barrett has improved his vision. Plays with a good recognition and been very unselfish.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. Looking for a breather. And maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Some changes for Toronto. Williams, he's checked in for Butler. And it's Walter in for Grady Dick. Tarlock drills it from outside. The General's got 8 here in the quarter.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Here's Maxey. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Maxey makes things happen with his hard work and determination as a scorer.
We've seen Tyrese Maxey and his game go to another level. Clark, what makes him a top-level scorer in your opinion?
Kevin, there are a couple of things that really stand out. His sheer speed with the ball is remarkable. His fearlessness and confidence, every great scorer has that. And then his ability to knock down the three-point shot off the catch or off the dribble gives him an added step of quickness when he's taking it to the rack. And all of that makes him a dynamic scorer. The quick-footed, creative Maxey, so much fun to watch. He plays with such boundless energy, and he's still got room to grow.
Chalk up 2 there. Quickly's got 7.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Maxey passes to the General. Philadelphia moving the ball over. And that one is hammered home.
And he just keeps on going. He's got more points than anybody else out there.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Outside Williams. Here's Walter. Hasn't made one yet. Hurdle finds Williams. Hurdle sets the pick for Quickly. No good with the triple.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
Edwards passes to Maxey. Edwards with the screen. Here's Turlock. A three-pointer off the mark. And so quickly we'll bring it up for the Raptors. It's a 16-point game. And Williams throws it down.
Yes, sir. Grant Williams rising up.
Maxey passes to the general. Beyond the arc. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Walter. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And Clark, we know the last handful of years, the 76ers have been a threat in the East.
7 straight years of playoff runs. Can't get past that second-round barrier, though, Kevin. But as far as success, they've been as consistent as it comes in the East the last decade.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Andre Drummond comes in for Yabusele. And it's Butler in for Maxey. Raptors trail by 12. Pass to Shed. Shoots the three. No good there. And so it's Philadelphia enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. We've got more in store for you right after this. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Philadelphia with the ball. At one point, they led by 16, setting the floor for the Raptors. We've got Walter, and it's Mobo in at the 4-man position.
What an exhibition he's putting on today. This is about as hot as you can get.
Raptors trail by 15. Here's Shed. To Abaji. Here's Walter. Now here's Williams. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Even though he's 6'6"-ish, Williams plays big inside. He's not afraid to go up against the big boys.
Here's Turlock. Mobo with the rebound.
You know what? Just a little fancy on that possession there. Just go up in rhythm.
And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Oh, I love watching him flush it home, showing how easily he can get off the ground and bang it.
Here's Turlock. No good on the 3. Toronto shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Pass to the General. And he finishes nicely on the layup. The General's got 38 points.
Great screen that time by George. Well done.
Here's Shed. He's covered by Max. Shed, that's good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And what I love about Paul George, the production, year after year after year.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Philadelphia.
Guys, the D hasn't had an answer for the three-point shooting, which is why they continue to just fire away from deep.
And I love the fact they kept the pressure on, really pushing that ball, running it up the floor. I love seeing that, a team staying aggressive even when they're playing well.
In recent history, GA, we've seen some so-called redshirt rookies really thrive in their first season.
Oh, great call, partner. Blake Griffin, Joel Embiid, Chet Holmgren, the latest, were all forced to sit out their first year, but they got to be around the team, soak up as much knowledge as possible, and you can't really argue with the results.
It's Dick on the wing. Pass to Barrett. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by the General.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then because his shot making is not happening right now.
Here's Butler out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball. So it's Philadelphia now. At one point they led by 16. George with the screen on Butler. Driving the lane. The General can't get it to go.
You know, he looks a little off-kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
Here's Pirtle, out of hand on it. Here's Tarlock. Again, what an avalanche!
Another night, another 40 points in the books for him. What a season.
Greg, you're right. He is edging ever closer to the second-place mark for most 40-point games in a year.
And with Jordan's mark of 37 firmly in the rearview mirror, he is now marching towards Wilt's 1963 mark of 52 games of 40 or more. Just a legendary season.
And he makes the first.
Continuing to work on refining his craft. Butler puts in a great amount of time, maybe more than most.
And so Butler nails both of them.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Here's Tarlock. And too long on the shot.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Here's Butler. It's deflected. Here's the General, defended by Butler. It's stolen by Barrett. Here's Dick. Oh, and he pops it off the glass. Wow. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. The General. Good.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take it.
And the timeout called by Darko Rojakovic. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. The 76ers making a change here. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Butler kicks to Barrett. Off target with his three. Philadelphia leading by 12. Here's Turlock. Plays it up and banks it in. The Generals got 44.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
And he does it with and without the ball. Butler stuffing that stat sheet.
And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for Philadelphia.
Their shot blocking turned out to give them a big advantage in this game.
Yeah, excellent defense around the rim there, Kevin. They were disciplined and focused.
And words can hardly describe the way these guys have come out game after game after game and been dominant facing both conferences. When they hit the 72-win mark, we thought it couldn't continue. And when they rewrite the record books once more, we'll say, wow, we were glad we watched it all. What a team. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for the General.
And with the way he came out energized on the defensive end in particular, getting a hand on a lot of shots, that really got them rolling.
And it's a completely new group for Toronto. Down low, here's Mobo. No good that time. Excellent D there from the General. Now the 76ers with it. They're on a 14-6 run. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Outside, George. Here's McCain. Drains the three-pointer.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
Here's Shed. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. They won this game going away. They were the better.
What's next, MP? You going after Will?
What up, Coach?
Game time. Bring the pain time.
Yo, crazy game, MP. Man was blocking everything he had in sight, like it was personal or something. Salute.
You were the top rookie last month and every month.
Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, an April Fool's Day edition. Glad to have you with us. And tonight, we've got the Philadelphia 76ers playing against the New York Knicks here in New York. This is Brian Anderson. With me, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. And reporting courtside, it's Allie LaForce. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for OG Anunoby.
And when you look at his offensive output over the past few years, it seems like other teams have figured him out and have his number now. He's having to put in a lot more effort on the offensive end, but without producing nearly the same results.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. We've got Paul George. Tyrese Maxey is out there with Joel Embiid. And it's Grimes in at the 2. And for the Knicks, Jalen Brunson is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Anunoby in at the 3. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
So Philadelphia will get the first possession. Here's the general. Embiid, a screen on Hart. And there's the drive. And the bucket is good.
The first of many tonight. Both teams have legit offensive talent.
And if everything goes to plan, this could be a very fun matchup to watch.
Now here's Brunson. Towns looking for an opening. No good with the triple. Embiid finds Maxey. Here's the general. Lets it go from deep. Drills it from deep. The general's got 5 points. Grant, it's hard not to dwell on the fact that MP has moved past Jordan's total. The 86-87 season, he had 3,041 points. That was MJ's highest scoring season ever.
As much of a killer instinct as Jordan had, MP may be even more driven. He doesn't just want to win. He wants to do maximum damage.
Towns with the ball. Guarded now by George. Just 2 to shoot. Anunoby can't get it to go. Now Philadelphia with it. Well, Grant, one thing about this Knicks team, they have a clear identity.
Yeah, they have the mentality of their city, New York City, playing the game with passion and in-your-face attitude. And, of course, these Knicks leave it all out on the floor.
And that one's good for Brunson.
Brunson doesn't fear going in amongst the trees. Remarkable poise there inside.
Maxey passes to the general. George, a screen on Hart, the general. He buries it from 3. Give him 8 points now. The Knicks have gone 1 for 3 so far. Outside Hart. Back to Brunson. It's tipped.
Okay, it's taking them a moment to find their rhythm, opening the game with some uneven 1-for-4 shooting.
And you got to give Paul George credit for his mental toughness. There's always lots of chatter out there, but he tunes it out and just focuses on his game.
It's his first trip to the line.
2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
You're not going to find many better two-way players than George. He gets after it at both ends every night.
New York making a switch here. McBride's checked in. George hits them both. And the Knicks with the possession here. Trailing by 8. They're coming off that loss against Portland.
It's just so difficult to win when you waste as many chances at the line as they did.
Oh, that is well said. They're being handed free points and just couldn't convert.
And Embiid with the block.
Every year he's a defensive player of the year candidate. His instincts, that's what makes Embiid outstanding. And his awareness of when to go for the block.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And Grant, I know you played a part in Embiid's decision to join Team USA.
Yeah, B.A., I spent a lot of time talking to Joel Embiid and convincing him to play for us and the U.S. men's national team.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, the Generals, their last time out against the Raptors, had a huge game. He ended up with 44 points, and he made a significant contribution from beyond the arc, as usual. A reminder of the amazing things that he's capable of on any given night. It'll be hard to match that tonight, but he'll try. Guys?
Thanks, Allie. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight.
And I'll be interested to see if the opposition looks to double him, because this should open up opportunities for his teammates to get going.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for New York. It's a 10-point game. Outside McBride. Clock at 6. To the inside. Here's Hart. Got a hand on it. George scanning the floor. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
The Knicks have gone only 2 of 6 from the field. Brunson passes to Towns. There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter. Can they get it? Philadelphia grabs the miss.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back. So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
Outside Hart. Bridges outside. The 3. The General pulls it in. The General's got 4 rebounds in the game. Deflects the pass. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Oubre finds Maxey. Here's the General. For 3. Counted from distance. The General's got 16 points.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers looking in total control with this 17-point advantage as the buzzer sounds. Building. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
Man, they're just having their way, bullying the other team in the painted area, imposing their will down there whenever they want.
So on the floor for Philadelphia to kick off the second quarter, we've got Maxey, Kelly Oubre out there with Andre Drummond, and it's the General in at the 4. Outside Payne. Wagner, the pass to Payne. Outside McBride. 6 to shoot. Takes the 3. He drops it from range. McBride's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Payne, the pass to Achua. Achua with the dunk.
Oh, excellent work in transition. Pushing the ball up the floor like that helps you find easier shots.
Well, when you look at the forwards in this league, there are a lot more Grant Hill types out there these days, partner.
Well, thank you for the nice words, B.A. Of course, I took pride in my overall game. And over the last few decades or so, we've seen a bunch of guys playing the 3, 4, and 5 who can pass, dribble, and shoot. So it's fun to watch the game evolve.
Oh, they get a hand on it.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Here's the General. Achua defending. Pass to the General. Lets the 3 fly. And Drummond with the jam.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
Bridges against Oubre. It's Bridges on the wing. Last game with 30. Shoots over Oubre. And the basket by Bridges. Bridges has got his first bucket in this one.
And every year, Bridges seems to get better, including understanding when he should be aggressive on the scoring end.
The Sixers lead by 17. Well, Richard, he's the Iron Man of the NBA right now. Mikal Bridges takes pride in being available on a nightly basis.
We've all heard it before. The best ability is availability. And Bridges does whatever it takes to not miss games. More teams need to take this mindset.
Philadelphia shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. So New York going with almost an entirely new group here. Towns, he's checked in for Achua. Anunoby comes in for Bridges. Shamet, he's checked in for McBride. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Payne. And about 3 minutes played now in the second quarter. Brunson finds Towns. Beyond the arc. And it's Brunson missing. For Philadelphia, they've gone 4 for 6 here in the second. Here's the General. The Sixers again can't hit. Knicks trail by 20. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Jalen Brunson's craft sets him apart. He said, quote, "I've always played with my instincts and tried to see the game a couple plays ahead. As I've gotten older, that part of my game has gotten wiser and better, but I'm still learning." Brian, that's a scary thought for the rest of the league.
He's already plenty dangerous, Allie. They set the pick. And it's New York with a rebound. Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Offensively, Karl Anthony Towns is one of the most well-rounded big men in the league, Grant.
Yeah, maybe in league history, B.A. He's an elite three-point shooter, post scorer, and his passing is severely underrated.
New York shooting their first free throws of the game. And that one falls for Towns.
And at nearly 7 feet tall, you don't expect Towns to do some of the things he does, like drain threes and make savvy passes, but he's a modern big man.
Josh Hart's checked in for New York. Bridges comes in for Shamet. Philadelphia leading by 18. Pass to the general. 1:04 left to play in the second quarter. Knocks down the triple.
Whoo, this guy is as hot as they come from distance. Defensively, you almost have to pick him up once he crosses half court.
Outside Hart. Bridges with it. Puts it up from 17. The rebound by Embiid.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Fades and shoots. And the general gets it to go. The General's got 13 points in this quarter.
Talk about putting a team on your back. He has been dominant this quarter, and I don't think they are winning without him.
Hart passes to Brunson. 24 seconds left to play in the first half. The rebound by Embiid. Embiid's got rebound number 7 tonight. The General passes to George. Here's Grimes. Embiid, a screen on Anunoby. Throws it up high. It's stolen by Hart. And so it's Philadelphia ending the period up by a staggering 23 points. Defense is setting the tone. We'll be back in a moment.
Hello, everybody. We're here to break it all down, and through the first half of play, it's a very commanding lead for the Philadelphia 76ers.
I'm guessing my buddy over here loving it. They were forcing the ball into the paint with excellent results.
Hey, it's not rocket science. I keep telling people that.
And now it's time to bring up the Players of the Month in the NBA. The Western Conference winner, Nikola Jokic.
For the Joker, last laugh is typically on the opponent. No one has been able to slow him down lately. Also, on and off the court, his leadership has been great for this team.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. OG Anunoby out there with Josh Hart. Then there's Jalen Brunson, then it's Mikal Bridges, and it's Towns in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's Tom Thibodeau's 5 as we get going in the second half. Three-pointer, Bridges. Rebound by Philadelphia. Embiid's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's the General. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Philadelphia shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
At the line, 2 shots.
First free throw is good. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And Brunson's got the ball here for New York. Towns outside. Pass to Anunoby. To the right side. Here's Brunson. And he makes it. Brunson's got his second basket of the game.
Now, he may only be 6'1", but Brunson plays much bigger than that. I mean, he plays with a physicality.
Here's the General. He's covered by Hart. And then Embiid with the dunk.
That's a big target for some alley-oops. Embiid using that size.
Here's Bridges, hovering around 19.5 points a game. His scoring has been huge for them. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Pass to Towns. Tries a 10-footer. Off the window. It's good.
Anytime you get a look that good, oh, it's a great trip.
Philadelphia leading by 23.
41-18.
Here's the general. And he lobs it up to the rim. And Embiid throws it down.
The perfect roller. Joel Embiid can pop out and shoot, cut, make the extra passes, really anything in that set.
For New York, they've got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Pass to Towns. Spins. Here's Brunson, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's going to go on Tyrese Maxey.
An aggressive pump fake move by Brunson, pulling the defender in close.
And he makes the first. Well, I don't think anyone predicted that Jalen Brunson would become the player he is today, Grant.
Yeah, that's for sure, B.A. Or he definitely wouldn't have been a second-round pick. He's a hard worker, a competitor, and an elite offensive player.
That misses, so he splits the free throws.
And each year, Brunson seems to get better, and that's a testament to his impressive work ethic and drive.
Here's the general. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
He found his groove right away and hasn't let up. It's not surprising that he's leading the way on offense.
Outside Anunoby. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Brunson misses.
Nothing just seems to be bouncing his way today. Mama said there'd be days like this. They have missed his production.
Now Maxey. No points so far. Here's the general. And the three off target.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
To the middle. It's tipped. And it's going to be out of bounds. New York will have another go. Here's a look at some stats for OG Anunoby.
He's been really dialed in from deep during these last 5 games. Looking assertive and in control every time he rises up to shoot from beyond the three-point line. And it's been fun to watch.
McBride, he's checked in for New York.
Yeah, Bridges has a good eye for spotting those openings, and he can make timely passes.
Here's the general. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. The general's got 7 now in this quarter. Outside Brunson. Now here's Towns. He's guarded closely. For 3, Bridges. And McCain pulls it down.
Just an ugly show from him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped.
They get it back. Maxey. And some solid defense from Towns. New York has gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. The Knicks, one of the top defensive teams in the league, and it starts in the paint. Coach Tom Thibodeau said, quote, "We've prided ourselves on having a tight shell. We've got great rim protection, guys who take charges, and we're aggressive on the ball. Guys, great defense has always been Tibbs' MO."
And nothing has changed now. Thanks, Allie.
Look, they are in front right now because of him. He keeps draining these shots at a ridiculous clip.
There's the 3. Nails it from 3. Brunson's got 10.
Didn't get a 3 in the first half, but now he's on the board with his first triple of the game.
The general passes to Oubre. Here's the general. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Hart. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Second team foul.
This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight.
At the line, 2 shots.
And he drops it first. Wagner's checked in for New York. Achua comes in for Brunson. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Drummond's checked in. Second free throw, no good. The Sixers lead by 23. To the paint. Here's the General. And that one is stuffed right through.
Huge size disadvantage for the defense. Might as well just get out of the way.
Bridges with it. From outside the arc. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers up 25 big ones as we... And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
Changes here for New York. Josh Hart's checked in for Wagner. Mikal Bridges comes in for McBride. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Payne. Right side, Brunson. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
First personal foul.
He'll challenge any defender. Brunson going right after it inside.
At the line, 2 shots.
Both free throws, good from Brunson. Taking a look at Philadelphia. They've got Andre Drummond, and it's the General in at the power forward position. Sinks it from distance. The General's got 44.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
And no matter how the D's coming at him tonight, Brunson has adapted. And that's what great scorers do. They figure it out.
Here's the General. He's covered by Hart. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Team foul.
And that one misses. Pass to the General. From deep. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Brunson looks it over. So no problem for Philadelphia as they get the win. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for...
That's it.
great game.
Yo.
He about to tear the roof off. Fans live for games like this one.
And a little glimpse, a little feel of basketball fever. These fans are feeling it in anticipation of this big game. 2K Sports presents Thursday night at the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Brett Barrett. David Aldridge will join us momentarily from the sidelines. Only 3 games left until the start of the playoffs. Let's see how the East will look. You take a look at the 76ers. What a run they've had this year, in first place and charging seemingly at will toward the postseason. These guys have been outstanding. And, of course, the Bucks. Quite a few spots down the ladder right now.
And right now for the 76ers, they've been taking no prisoners here in the early part of the season. It's been a very fast start and a lot of focus for this group.
Yeah, they're using that F word, focus. A lot of teams suffer from a lack of concentration in the early part of the season, but not this team. They're ready to play right from the opening tip of the very first game.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. The guard and off guard are Lillard and Trent. And it's Connaughton in at the 3 spot. And for Philadelphia, The General is out there with Paul George. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. And it's Grimes in at the two-guard position. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
The General.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. Offensive rebound. Deep two from Lopez. Giannis kicks to Connaughton. And it's Antetokounmpo picking up the assist.
And the vision of the Greek Freak, they're able to pick out the opening.
Philadelphia with the ball. From the arc. The General can't get it to go. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
I caught up with Coach Nick Nurse. Talking about Damian Lillard. Coach admitted they're zoned in with slowing him down. Coach said we know how dangerous he can be. Now we're prepared to mix it up and throw different defenders at him if possible. We don't want him to find his comfort zone. A difficult strategy to pull off, guys.
Thank you, David. And Lillard kicks to Lopez. Pass to Antetokounmpo. With the drive, lays it up off the glass.
Typically, it takes Giannis one stride to get where he wants to go. And in that one stride, he's covering so much ground, you can't keep up with him.
Here's the General. Turned in an outstanding game against New York. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Lillard, bounce pass. Pass to Trent. Now, Giannis. 5 to shoot. Drops in the layup for 2. Giannis has got his second basket.
Inside, Giannis knows he's got all the tools, height, touch, power, it's all there.
Maxey passes to the General. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. Lillard, right side. Back to Connaughton. Pass to Trent. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Here's Lopez. Trent outside. Lillard outside. And it's off from three-point range. Philadelphia's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Hey, GA, how about Damian Lillard's time in Portland? 11 magnificent years.
I mean, Kevin, arguably the best trailblazer of all time. Rookie of the year, then 7 All-Star appearances. Dame will always be a legend in the Rose City.
Portis, he's checked in for the Bucks. .135 left to play here in the first. Maxey passes to the General. Drummond with a screen on Portis. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Is it getting cold in here? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
Scooped up.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
Pass to the General. 104 left here in the opening quarter. It's good. The General's got 5 points so far.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Connaughton finds Lillard. High post Lopez. Over Maxey. And it's Lopez. That time on the assist by Lillard.
Well, no hesitation whatsoever from Brook Lopez at that range.
The General passes to Drummond. Here's Maxey. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Yabusele, he's checked in for the General. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Giannis, he's checked in for Lopez. Taurean Prince comes in for Pat Connaughton. Changes for Philadelphia. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Drummond. The general comes in for Yabusele. And George is subbed in for Kelly Oubre. Here's Tarlock. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. 7 points for the general.
Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
Setting the floor for the Bucks. Kevin Porter is out there with Rollins. Then it's Taurean Prince. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Portis in at the power forward. You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. And that's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. And Brent, when you talk about the best player in the league, Giannis has got to be in that conversation, correct?
Yeah, there's no doubt, Kevin. I mean, the numbers he puts up are incredible. It's how easily he dominates a game and just how unstoppable of a force he is. You know, there's so many teams out there trying to find answers for what Giannis is doing to them offensively. But how do you equip a defense to slow down the force that is Giannis Antetokounmpo?
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the general in his last time out against New York was outstanding. He finished with 49 points, and as his team has come to expect, he was a major factor from deep. A mind-blowing effort, one that's going to be hard to repeat, but hard to bet against him. Kevin?
David, we appreciate the update. Great, we'll see if he can keep rolling here tonight.
Yeah, and that's the rub. When he's in rhythm, he can carry your team across the line.
And you want to see him make sure that the teammates are also involved in what they're doing, especially if he draws that much attention.
The general, good.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Giannis left side. Kicks it out to Prince. Bangs on the trifecta. And the Bucks lead by 2.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Pass to McCain. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. He had a nice open look right there. The General's got 12 points in the game.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
That's where Giannis wants the ball.
Well, that basket must be widening out right now. He's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Here's Tarlock. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Pretty easy right now. Clear out, give him some space, let him get to work.
Hey, Bones, what do you think is a part of the game that some casual fans don't really understand that well?
Well, Kevin, outside of the contest right here in front of us, let's think about the long schedule that teams are dealing with. How many times the coaches employ different lineups and strategies so that by the end of the year, they have optionality in what they can do on the floor.
substitution here for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton comes in for Taurean Prince. Prince checked in for Kevin Porter. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Rollins. Lopez passes to Connaughton. Connaughton sets a screen for Trent. From outside, off the mark. The 76ers have gotten all but one of their 7 shots in the second quarter to drop. Pretty impressive. Shot by Grimes, no good. For Milwaukee, they've gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. They traveled to Milwaukee last time they faced the Bucks. And they came away with the win.
And it was pretty much a cakewalk for them the last time these two squared off and had a clear advantage on the backboard.
We'll see if the other team will address that problem in this game, because last game, man, they just got smoked on the boards.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Olney. David?
Kevin, Brook Lopez started off, of course, as a post scorer. He's completely reshaped his game over time, becoming a three-point threat and a defensive stopper. He said, I tried to focus more on being a pillar at the defensive end, someone my teammates can rely on. I'm always talking about paint, letting you know I'm there to back him up. Kevin?
He's got great communication skills, David. Thanks for the report.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Maxey passes to the general. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Lillard from outside. Good on the triple.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now it's a shootout.
And so it's Philadelphia heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've done a lot of great work from long range. And we'll be back with you shortly.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. Player of the Month awards are in. Let's check them out. And fellas, a whole month. That's a long time. Matter of fact, around certain company, hours or even minutes can feel like an eternity.
I'm confused, Ernie. What are you implying here?
I think he's taking shots, Kenny. Pew, pew, pew.
What was that? What was that? Sorry, I was just checking the time. And now, guys, it's time to talk about that challenging first half for the Milwaukee Bucks.
They've been a step slow to close out on shooters all night, and that's why they've given up so many threes. Come on, man, show some hustle.
Perimeter D, apparently not their strong suit. That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. And you know the general has been really making it happen, guys.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Paul George is out there with the general. Then there's Maxey. Then there's Embiid. And it's Grimes in at the shooting guard. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Bucks trail by 10. Now, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Connaughton. Back to Antetokounmpo. Second half rolling along now. About a minute play here. Shoots from the baseline, and he drops that one in. Antetokounmpo's got 17.
And the defense, you thought they were helpless before. Now Giannis is hot.
76ers moving the ball around. Embiid with the screen on Antetokounmpo. Back to George. Shoots over Connaughton. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Antetokounmpo's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Trent passes to Lillard. Antetokounmpo looking it over. Just 5 to shoot. Count that bucket. Antetokounmpo's got it back down to within single digits for the Bucks.
And we see this often now from Giannis. His offensive repertoire has become so versatile.
George with the screen on Antetokounmpo. The general.
Good. And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Lillard outside. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And the new power rankings are out, with the regular season coming to a close. Look at Cleveland. They're stuck in the same spot, but still a top 10 team.
And when I look at Philadelphia,
They've proven time and time again this season that not only are they for real, but they may be the team to beat.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He wants to talk to his guys. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And let's take a second to recognize the rookies who have been doing a terrific job distributing the basketball this past month. Take a look at the general, one of the best passers in the NBA, always looking to get his teammates involved.
And he's been setting the table beautifully. I mean, that'll keep his veteran teammates really happy.
Takes the 3. The 76ers again can't hit it.
and you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Looking back at Damian Lillard's time in Portland, what an incredible 11-year run. I mean, Brent, he was the team.
Yeah, unbelievable all-time great for the Portland Trailblazers. All-NBA 7 times, Kevin, the Blazers record. And no doubt one of the most beloved players that's ever put on a uniform in the great Pacific Northwest. But I know for Damian Lillard how competitive he is. He doesn't want to just rely on what it is he accomplished there. There's more to be done, and he wants to win at the highest level, and that's what he's looking to do.
Knocks down the 3 ball.
And Trent, the majority of his shots are going to come from distance.
The 76ers leading by 10. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. The general can't get it to go.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Trent being efficient inside the arc. It's a nice-looking shot.
Philadelphia's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Pass to Drummond. Here's the general. He has 29. Fires the 3. Porter pulls it in. To the inside. Antetokounmpo, no good.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
First team foul.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the 76ers?
The three-pointers and how well they're able to shoot them. You wonder if they can keep it up, and boy, have they.
All game long, they've just done a great job of keeping the pressure on the defense and penetrating with the pass. They've gotten everything inside, and they've converted there.
And he knocks down the first one.
You can see how much Quentin Grimes relies on that speed and skill he has. He's trying to stay ahead of you and find some room to score.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Sims is checked in, and it's Portis in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And so he hits both. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Milwaukee. It's a 10-point game. To the right side. Here's Portis. Rebound by the 76ers. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. No problems knocking that one down. The Generals got the lead up to 13 now for the 76ers. Lillard on top. Right now, checking his stats, he's averaging over 23 points a game. Right wing. Right side, Portis. Clock at 4. Pulls up on the elbow. And it's Lillard missing.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
And so it's Philadelphia finding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. And thanks to their outstanding defense, the impact Damian Lillard has had on this game has been minimal. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the fourth quarter. Antetokounmpo and Portis man the post position. Kevin Porter is out there with Rollins. And it's Prince in at the small forward.
So hard to stop down low. Giannis gets around the basket, and it feels like within 8 feet he's going to dunk just about anything.
The three-pointer is right on target.
I mean, this guy is unreal. What a show.
Unloads from 13. Rebound by Joel Embiid. Embiid's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And the basket by Edwards.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Giannis high post. Giannis a screen on Maxey. Rollins the pass to Giannis. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to McCain. Embiid with a screen on Antetokounmpo. Connects again.
And now he is tied for the second most 40-point games in an NBA season. What a year.
Wow, he has brought it every night, and nobody seems to have the answer for him.
And he's tied with 52 games of 40 points or more. Just saying that out loud, I still don't believe it's been matched, but that's the kind of year he's had.
Back to Porter. Shot to stop the run. Maxey grabs the miss. The 76ers leading by 21. And here we go, the fast break with Giannis. Trains the jumper to finish the break. 23 points for Giannis.
Maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
Pass to the general. There's the 3. Rebound, no.